Hey Leo, welcome to your messages. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the House of Illumination. My name is Sadie. Really happy to have you guys. And we're going to take a look at what your soul is trying to tell you at this time, Leo, of course. Everyone's soul is prompting them to do different things, but we'll get as detailed as we can. As we keep this in mind, these are general messages. Everything will not resonate, but some things will. So take what resonates, leave the rest here with me, and let's dive into your reading. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes, Leo. So what is your soul telling you to do, be, see at this time, Leo? Leo spirit. What is their soul telling you to be, see right now? Leo. Okay. Ooh. Oh, wow. Well, you would get a fire energy, right? The flames of desire, let them shine out. Oh my God. And this is definitely Leo. Let them shine out in a radiant light and shun the dark paths. The flames of desire, Leo. And at the bottom of the deck, we have a difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help. Ask for help and learn that we are all connected. I don't know why this feels like the Knight of Swords for me. All right, but Leo, and this is underneath the deck. If you've been watching my readings for a while now, you know that underneath the deck, I always see that as like the underneath what's the situation, but what's also going on inside of you, right? Like what you can't see, not necessarily anyways, right? So you could be going through a difficult time, or you could be experiencing a lot of like blocks, roadblocks, pauses, things being put in your way, a lot of traffic jams, okay? However, what's coming out, what your soul is trying to say, and I love this because the soul, when I think of the soul, I think of fire for some reason. I think of that energy of fire. So a lot of you, your soul is trying to emerge through whatever difficulty you're having. People could be very important to you at this time. Like people could be very helpful. They can be the means in which you get out of this difficult situation faster, but also your spirit team, right? Your spiritual team, your spiritual counsel. Some of you could be in a darkness or in a difficult period because of the things around you, the people around you. Maybe this is not necessarily coming from you, Leo. Maybe this is about the people you have around you, or the person that you're associating with at this time, romantically or other friends, colleagues, right? Maybe you work in a dark field. I don't know why I said field, but like a sector of work, you know. Doctors are great, but they do see a lot of deaths, right? Like they can, on an average, see a lot of deaths every day, depending on what practice of medicine they do, right? So it can be a lot of darkness that especially during COVID, right? Like, yeah. So it doesn't matter. Maybe you are someone who works in a facility with people who are suffering, right? Anything like this could be tapping into your soul's energy, your life force energy, like I like to say. Sometimes we go through these periods where we're like, I don't understand why I'm so upset, or there's a lot of emotional things going on with me, or I'm having trouble sleeping. And sometimes it's about the environment that we're in. Sometimes changing your sheets can be enough. Sometimes it goes as big as changing the job that you do. Okay, because it's just dragging your soul life energy. It's pulling from it. You have nothing left at the end of the day. But whatever this difficult path is that you've been dealing with, or this difficult period of life, it feels like your soul is trying to pull you into the light. And Leo, some of you need to pull others with you. Some of you could be, I'm also getting, some of you could be dealing with someone who has an addiction, or you could be dealing with an addiction, right? It really just depends on your situation, Leo. Let's pull some more cards to go deeper. Leo spirit, what does Leo soul know at this time? Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. What does Leo soul want them to know at this time? Okay, we have the energy of rebuild and love abounds. This love abounds, which is the Ace of Cups in traditional tarot, has been coming out a lot for everyone across the different zodiac signs. And we have flow. So a lot of people are going through like this heart chakra activation and period of transformation in their hearts. We have teach, which I believe is the Hierophant, and I think that this is the tower. Yeah, it is a tower. So yeah, you could have had like a couple of tower moments, or a moment where a tower happened, where you had to rebuild. So we have seek, we have dedicated effort, and we have simply love, which is the Six of Cups in this deck. And at the bottom, you have the solar plexus chakra. So, and this is the sun energy for me, which again is Leo energy, at least for the sake of this reading. And I just always saw that as like the sun energy, right? Solar plexus has to do with, the solar plexus chakra has to do with our personal power. So where are you getting your power from? Leo, Spirit is also prompting me to tell you that a lot of you are pulling your power from the wrong sources. Some of you pull your power from the work that you do. Some of you pull your power from the people. If people adore you, or people associate with you, or people like you, or people want to be around you, this can be a very activating thing for you. But when they disappear, or where they disappoint you, or where the job you lose the job, your worth, your value, somehow you feel diminished. This is not true, okay, Leo? Spirit is saying to you, and your soul is prompting you to hear this, that your worth, your power has nothing to do with what you do, and everything to do with who you are. Leo, if you lose everything tomorrow, God forbid, you will still be worthy, always. No matter if the person leaves today or tomorrow, if they want to walk out on you, if your job decides to let you go, God forbid, if you're, you know, for some reason your parents never see you for who you are, right? Because some of you, this could be about that. You are still beautiful, worthy, and worth all the love in the world and all the success in the world. Personal success, right? Because the solar plexus chakra is here. So Leo, interesting too, because I was picking up on that parental thing, that parent thing. And I think it's because I see the Hierophant and I see the simply love, which is the Six of Cups, which talks about childhood, right? So a lot of you, could be going through like having some like interpersonal activations, where maybe you're going back to childhood memories and you're associating things with like what's happening now. Like, oh, I used to do this, happened to me as a child. This is why this is occurring in my adult life, right? Like some of you could be doing a lot of like mapping, like I like to say. I did this on my self-development, my spiritual journey. I did a lot of mapping, right? I'm a very visual person, so I need to write things down and draw things out. For me, mapping things like, okay, my father did this, this, and that. My father was this, my mother was, and mapping things back to, okay, this is why I respond in this way. This is why this happens. Like, and for me, that was very helpful. Okay, not everyone is visual and like technical like that, but I am. And I feel like for you, some of you could be doing a lot of that. I think a lot of your difficulty that you're experiencing in your present moment, Leo, could have a lot to do with what you learned from your guardians as a child. It doesn't have to be biological parents. This can be if you're an adopted child or you lived in home to home. Of course, that taught you that maybe you weren't wanted, or maybe you were never going to be really stable and really steadfast, right? And I think some of you, like I said, have experienced like a tower moment. That's clearly right here. You have the tower and then you have this difficult path. this difficult path is being revealed to your soul is saying, because this is something that they want you to finish up. It's almost like you are paying up a debt. Let's say you have, this is just an example. If you have like a student loan debt, it's like, and you feel this too, Leo, like you just want to get rid of the debt, right? You don't want to owe anyone. You don't want to feel weighed down by the debt. And so just like we have physical debt, meaning financial debt, we can have soul debt, right? Like what we call karma, that you come into this life with, or karma that you absorb during this lifetime. Whatever it is, something is ready to be paid in full. Okay, Leo? Whether this is physically, like you have money that you need to pay to certain things to get this out of your life ever, or energetically. And a lot of you, this is energetically, okay? So at this time, your soul is saying be dedicated to the effort that you're putting into the different areas of your life. The most important dedication, Spirit is saying, is the dedication to healing your heart. Dedication to healing. With all this green, it's just standing out to me so much. And I love this green. Yeah, your soul is saying, Leo, be more dedicated to healing these aspects of your heart, the part of you that feels broken or cut off from yourself. Some of you have been not feeling like you have personal power. Maybe because you've lost a job, or because a relationship ended, or because a relationship is not going well, you could be feeling as though things like I said, like you're somehow this is pulling from your worth. This is pulling from who you are. And they don't no longer want you to associate yourself with those material things. It's almost like when a child grows up and leaves the house, the parent feels that empty nest syndrome where they feel like they have no purpose no anymore. It's like, oh, my child left. Like, what am I meant to do? What am I here to do? You're here to still experience life, right? And still go through experiences, dedicating yourself to new things. Trusting that that child will be fine. They know your address. They know where to find you, right? Yeah, Leo, that's what I'm getting for you, honestly. That I'm getting something about personal power. I'm also getting something about bringing, and also let me say this, and because I didn't go into it deeper, but Spirit is bringing me back to it, is that a lot of you have a mission of bringing other people into the light with you. So that can be a heavy task, right? Because when you have to bring other people into the light, you typically have to go where their darkest things are, right? Because it's not like you can say, okay, come over here. You know, you have to go to where the energy is needed, where the work needs to be done. So a lot of you could have like a difficult child, right? Let's say you loved your child, but they are very difficult, or they have a lot of difficulties in life, whether this is mentally, physically, outer worldly, meaning they just kind of run into trouble a lot, or mentally, maybe they're autistic, maybe they have some emotional concerns that they are dealing with. This child was given to you, Leo, because you were the proper person to bring this child into the light, bring this child into pure love, right? There's nothing like it, a love from a parent, right? And so some of you have been given that particular child because you were the person that can do that job, that work with that energy, that soul. Because it's a child, but I see a soul, right? Like, and it's best to see if you're dealing with a difficult child, it's best to see them like that, because then you start associating them with what they do, instead of just seeing them as a soul, a spirit. That's all they are. And they're going through this life given to you through your vessel, in your home. Some of you adopted a child that's difficult, fine. But given to you for that task because you were the person meant to bring this energy into light. Some of you are around siblings or have difficult parents that get on your last nerve and that drive you crazy. Some of them are very narcissistic, very like self-absorbed, and you were the child given to them because for some reason you were meant to bring them into awareness of this, right? And sometimes that is not the easiest thing to ask of you or to do, but you were meant, some of you are really meant at this time to do something very dedicated to self-evolution and self-healing. Maybe do with a child, maybe do with a parent. Some of you, this is going to be like, you know, you can choose which one it is for you. Some of you are not, you don't have children. So then maybe this is you with a parent or the person that raised you. Some of you, this is through work that you do in the world. So you could be very dedicated to your job at this time and feeling very dedicated because you've been called to do that thing. That's your thing, Leo. That's your thing. If you don't have a thing, if you don't have a purpose and you're feeling quite lost or you're feeling afraid, then there's this energy of needing to circle back to, sorry, I'm trying to pick this card up, to your personal power. Okay, Leo? A lot of you need to do, you can do like activations around your solar plexus chakra. I will definitely say get crystals associated with the solar plexus. You can also see a Reiki healer for that. All right, so let's pull you some final cards. Leo. Leo, 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 Leo. Love it. Let's do one more. Leo. Okay. Ask and you shall receive. All right, so Leo, you have forgiveness. Look at that. A crushed flower still gives off a sweet scent. So a lot of you can, I mean, that's self-explanatory. I've already been explaining like something about the parental or being a first-time parent or being a parent, or forgiving the circumstances of your childhood or something like that. Breathe, slow down, and contemplate the tea. Violets and ivy tingled around the eaves. So this is just saying take in the present moment. Be aware of your breath, even at this very moment while you're watching this video. Are you breathing? Is just you're breathing shallow? Are you holding your breath? A lot of anxious people hold their breath and they don't even realize that. So oh my God, look at this, the energy of present. Journey into the garden to escape the two entities, the past and the future. So like I said, there is this focus on the past already. I've already stated that. And then if a lot of you are really focused on your future, but it's not like, maybe you're focused on the future in the sense of dreading it because you have a future event coming up or you have something that you're fearing. Then you need to focus on your present. Even more so, focus on your present when you have a fearful thing that's happening for you. Because if you're fearing what's going to happen on October 1st of this year, I don't know why that date came out, but if you're fearing that, then maybe you need to be more present in today, right? Because you can't deal with October 1st until October 1st get here, right? So those are your messages, Leo. I'm going to stop speaking and leave it here. I hope that this reading resonated for you. Thank you again for your likes, shares, and subscribes, and I will see you on the next one, Leo. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Bye.